Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel, Everyday Strength, where I'm trying to give you some everyday practical help to improve your strength, mental clarity, focus, as well as fitness. One of the things I want to focus on today was in a morning routine. And look, your morning routine doesn't have to consist of half a marathon, 2 or 3 cold plunges, 60 minutes of deep meditation, and 30 minutes of a fascial release. Like, that sounds pretty exhausting to start the day, if I don't say so myself. But it has to do with being able to do a consistent routine that's going to set you up for success and put you in the right mood consistently, day in, day out. And studies show that 20 to 30 minutes of moderate exercise can increase your mood as well as increase your productivity throughout the day. The bottom line is that you don't need a life overhaul. You just need 20 to 30 minutes of intentional movement, intentional routines to really jumpstart your day and put you in the right mood and set yourself up for success. I wanted to include one of the things that is very helpful for me to not only maintaining mental clarity and focus throughout my day, but also allows me to maintain my fitness. And that is morning cardio and a morning workout. Let's jump into it and let me share what's important about this routine for me. Look, the routine starts with sleep. It starts on with what you did the day or night before. You want to be able to get great sleep, wake up early, and get morning light into your eyes. This is going to help adjust and regulate your circadian rhythms, which regulate hormones, regulates your stress, and regulates your focus, allowing you to do more and be more productive. Hey, next step is hydration. This is something that often gets overlooked, but research shows that just being 1 to 2% dehydrated can reduce your ability to solve problems and focus. So obviously we don't want any of that, so I slam 16 to 32 ounces of water as soon as I can and check that off the box and make sure I do not get into, going 3 or 4 hours in the morning without drinking any water. The biggest part of the routine is just getting some moderate activity in immediately, and this is something that's going to allow you to not only boost your energy but improve your long-term brain health, cardiovascular health, and overall immune system and functioning. In 2019, there was a study that found that regular exercise increases the size of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. So this is something that is going to improve your overall well-being and also just make you feel better. Getting an early morning sweat, early morning workout. What I also incorporate too into this is stretching. One of my biggest issues is that I have kind of like a work hazard of sitting too long in front of computers. A lot of this is going to lead to slouched shoulders, or what we call tech neck, where people just have that look where they've just been slouched in front of a computer for way too long. So a lot of this is going to allow me to get my muscles moving, get my body moving, as well as jumpstart my metabolism. I'm getting on the bike, I'm running and exercising or lifting weights, and my metabolism and energy needs are going to now shoot through the roof immediately. This is going to have a cascade of positive effects for me. So what I do on the bike is I do 20 minutes of cardio. I do a 2-minute warm-up, and then I start to increase resistance for about 10 minutes. And usually that's in a 2 to 3 minute block. And then upon hitting 10 minutes, what I'll do from there is I'll do 3 to 4 minutes at a much more elevated pace. And then I'll bring it down, and then I'll typically do a 1 minute or 2 minute sprint at the end. And I find that this gets me pretty sweaty and allows me to kind of feel pretty winded and kind of build into a really nice workout with a nice climax at the end of it, a nice push. And you kind of hear me spinning pretty fast right now because I'm at that push point of this workout. This is not just cardio. What I will do as well as weights, or I might go for a run. If I do a run, it's usually 1 to 2 miles. Improving mood and energy and ultimately your productivity, I think, can be done with a lot of different tools. There's red light, there's cold plunges, there's sauna, but you should typically try and spend 10 to 20 minutes a day kind of getting access to one of these types of therapies. Here I'm using some red light. This video didn't come out well, but I'll also do the sauna and cold plunge too. For the red light therapy, what I'll try and do is 10 to 20 minutes on the face mask per day. If I'm doing infrared sauna, then I'll try to do 10 to 20 minutes of the infrared. If I'm doing a dry sauna, I try and shoot for about 40 minutes per week. That's usually covering 2 sessions at 200 degrees in the dry sauna. And then for the cold plunge, I try and do sessions of 2 minutes in around 44 to 48 degree temperature. I love reading, but it's hard to find time to read if I'm not intentional about it in the mornings. So what I try to do is set aside time to read 10 to 15 pages of a book per day. Sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't. But what I also like to do is write out and kind of do mental mapping of my focuses and priorities for the day. So I might write out 3 or 4 different bullet points of things I want to get done. And I feel this really helps me mentally map out what are the priorities and what things I need to do. And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it. That's how I start most mornings. And what I wanted to articulate and make sure that you understand is that every single morning is not going to be like this. There's going to be things that happen. I have 3 kids. Sometimes I'm not able to get to it specifically in the morning. I might have to do something in the afternoon. I might have to move something tonight. But what I find is if I stack up these habits or routines in the morning, like I've shown you, then I could kind of go from one into another, and just have a really strong foundation for how I start that day. Again, this is something that I do. Would love to hear kind of from you all. If you put in the comments what works for your routines, is there something that you think I should add that I'm missing? Again, this is just at a high level, some things I wanted to get out and share with you. We could do much more in-depth details and specifics on, things that I like to do as far as affirmations, things like reminders, challenges. How do I use my Whoop to ensure that I'm hitting, specific goals and metrics and recovering appropriately? But from a high level, I just want to kind of give folks something to start working with from a morning routine and morning activity standpoint that I feel would be helpful. But let me know what you think. If you're getting value out of this, like and subscribe it, and we'll see you soon. Bye.